That's a 0. iPhone all the way. Why are you having an Android? Like, go get your money up. Like, get out of the house. Like, come on.
Let me talk to you. Yeah. Shut up, I'm talking.
I'm sorry, but if a guy picks me up in certain cars for a date, I'm just not going. Like, I'm just not going. Like, I'm sorry, but you can't tell me if someone pulls up in this. Hold on, put it on the screen. Hold on. This Prius, no, I'd rather not go on the date. I'm sorry. Like, I can tell by the car you drive what kind of person you're gonna be. And this is for the boys too. If y'all drive these cars, you need to reevaluate yourself.
So now y'all are just so superficial to the point where if a man drives a certain type of vehicle, y'all not gonna date him? What up, y'all? This is the Street Mechanic. And just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it still does. Women still find ways of making this dating life even harder for men. And if you don't believe me on that, check out these next clips. It gets worse.
If you met a guy that was pretty attractive and he pulled out an Android phone to get your number, would that make him less attractive?
A bit. Yeah.
It would?
Yeah, but like, I'm not being ignorant. It's just my preference. Like,
What?
I can't text you in green. Like, no.
I'm not gonna like automatically like cut you or anything, but you're less attractive because of the Android.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Make this make sense to me. Make it make sense to the world. You're gonna reject the man because he pulls out an Android phone and you don't like to text in a green bubble. Do you understand that a lot of Android phones out here are better than that iPhone you have in your pocket? Probably cost more money than the phone you got in your pocket. Probably more versatile than the phone you got in your pocket, and you over here complaining about a green bubble? So the green bubble combined with the Android phone makes him less attractive. So you're dating the phone or you're dating the man? I need to know this kind of stuff because people out here are walking around with folding phones. You're telling them they're less attractive to you because that's the phone he carries. And if he pulls it out, all of a sudden he drops from what? Between an 8 to a 10 on the scale to what? He drops past a 5? Like, make it make some sort of sense. It's a phone. You're not even gonna see it half the time anyway. Why would you be worried about what kind of phone he carries? Everyone doesn't want to carry an expensive iPhone. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Where does the attraction leave because a man pulls out an electronic device that you don't like? Just imagine if we did it with other things. But, newsflash, you can still be talking to a man on an iPhone and get that green bubble.
Gotcha.
He's a 10, but he has an Android phone. What's his new rating?
A 3. It's like such bad photo quality, and you don't get an iMessage.
He's still a 10. It doesn't matter, the phone, no. As long as he's nice.
I like this one.
5. How am I gonna communicate? It's green texts and I'm doing blue. Divorced, then 0.
Have you ever dated an Android guy?
Yes. He's my boyfriend.
Currently?
Yes. So, I'm sorry, honey.
So a man drops from a 10 to a 3 because of the poor picture quality and he don't get iMessage. Number one, we get the iMessage. We get the message. You don't get the blue bubble, but we get the message. And as for the poor picture quality, it's 2 different protocols being used on 2 different types of phones. If it was the same phone on each end, you would get the best picture quality. Lady, stop. Second one, great, there goes the light. At least she understands that it's all about the man and not the electronic device. Kudos to her. Someone with some sense. The next chick, oh, jeez, please. How are you gonna communicate? The same way you always communicate. You text back and forth. The bubbles don't mean nothing. All the bubbles telling you is that, oh, the other person has an iPhone if it's blue and an Android if it's green. That really stops you from communicating? That really stops you in your tracks? That is utterly insane. And women, y'all are coming up with these new ways all the time to disqualify men. Now the last person, now she said divorced and 0. Now I'm under the impression that if he had an Android, she would divorce him and he would rate a 0 on the scale from a 10. But she's dating a man who has an Android phone. See, making this make sense is just making my head hurt because you can't make any sense out of this. Ladies are still out here in all of their pettiness and glory, all their petty glory, still disqualifying men for the most stupidest of things. And we're not done.
He's a 10, but he uses an Android phone. What's his new rating?
Oh, shit. That's horrible. It's a 3. No, I don't know how we communicate better with an Android. I feel like it's a downgrade, not gonna lie.
Maybe like a 7. Like if I'm going through a guy's phone and he's got a like.
What did she say?
Do you know what I mean?
Wait.
It's not a red flag. If I'm just like using their phone, I'll get frustrated if I can't use it.
That's a 0. iPhone all the way. Why are you having an Android? Like, go get your money up. Like, get out of the house. Like, come on.
I used to be an Android user. I'm an iPhone user now. But honestly, the society now is so materialistic. Like, who the actual fuck cares? If he's a 10, he has an Android, he's a 10. Yeah. Period.
I'm just gonna say this. People using Android do have their money up because their phone probably folds or flips. And then after that, it's gonna either roll or scroll. But definitely, money is definitely up on the Android side of things. I don't know what she thought she was saying, but she really wasn't saying anything.
All right, he's a 10 out of 10, but he has an Android.
That's fine.
You like Android phone users?
I really don't fuck about what you got as long as you can pick up that phone when I call. I don't care what type of phone you got.
What kind of trouble are you getting into?
I don't want to get in no trouble. I don't like trouble.
Why does he have to pick up a phone like that?
Because if you call, then you need to be answering the phone.
God damn.
Like, no? You don't feel the same way?
How do you feel like when you're calling your man and he's not answering? What do you think he's up to?
You did not answer my question.
What?
You don't feel the same way? If you calling your girl or whatever, don't you want her to answer? You calling her for a reason, right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Answer my phone call. What kind of phone you got? Answer that phone when I call.
I always thought that whole iOS versus Android argument was so stupid because you're communicating regardless of what happens. Either you get on the phone or you get on the message. Now, through the different protocols, yeah, you're not gonna get the same picture and video quality. Okay, that's a workaround for that. They have workarounds for that. You use a third-party app. Most people use third-party apps on their phones anyway. So that argument is really stupid. You're gonna end up calling them, which doesn't matter because you're gonna get the same call quality regardless. If you're texting, you're gonna get the same texting quality regardless. It's just what you send in the text that gets corrupted. Other than that, that's it. Green bubble, blue bubble. Ridiculous. You're dating the man or woman, which is usually women talking about this to men. Men don't care about what phone you have, so you're dating a man for him, not for his phone. As long as y'all can communicate back and forth, y'all are good. But once again, this shows how some women can be so petty and so superficial that electronic devices will get in the way of a relationship. And that goes for anything electronic. Cars, TVs, game systems, etc. If you're gonna let that stop you from talking to somebody, then you really don't need to date.
Buy a dog and die alone.